Good to be back on the Torso live stream.
We are live once again.
Yes, it's been a while. And in new surroundings this time.
In new surroundings. Let's see them. Let me press a button. Let me press a button.
There we are.
Oh, there we are.
Hello out there.
Good evening, everyone.
And, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We are back once again, Patrick.
We are, and this time in our new video studio.
Yeah, we did a bit of relocating some of the gear, some of the lights, some of the screen. We have 4 screens going at the moment. Now we're in a smaller space, but we can make it more nice.
Yeah, and not as crammed when we're doing the live stream, and a bit more plug and play.
A bit more
plug. That's nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, someone says we can barely hear you. All right, let's. I think we have some options.
So I'm just gonna talk a bit and then see if it's better. Hello out there. This is the Torso live stream number 5. Streaming live from Copenhagen.
We just bumped up the volume a bit. So
hopefully it's better now.
Hopefully it's better. So we have another live stream planned.
Yeah.
We have some stuff on the agenda. What can we say to start?
We've expanded the team.
Yes, we have 2 new colleagues.
Yeah. So that's nice. The Torso team has grown, and we have said hello to Ricard and Jolene.
Yes.
They started a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's nice having new team members, and we can. So Ricard is doing the marketing, and
exactly.
Jolene is doing quality assurance.
Exactly.
It's really nice to say hello to new members of the Torso team.
Exactly. Yeah. And a little bit about today. As usual, we have some updates on development, and we also have some questions, as we usually do. And then we thought, because today also marks the day where we have added the T1 manual online. So if you go to docs.torsoelectronics.com, you'll find the new updated user guide portal, where you can find the S4 and the T1.
Yeah.
And so we thought that it would be nice today to look a bit at that and go through some T1 workflows and tips while looking at the documentation.
It's I know you've been busy doing the manual, Jacob, so congratulations on it being out now.
Yes.
And it's nice to have it come out following up on the 2.1 release. I'm already really excited about having it as a useful tool, and really like the new setup with the manuals combined, which we will also dive into and have a look at.
Exactly.
And then we will also. Did you say we'll also maybe do a bit of a jam with the T1 as well? It's gonna be a bit more T1 focused this live stream from our side. So
that was the plan. So we'll do that, and of course we'll end with some sort of jam.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done it. I think we've done it. This is the 5th live stream, and I think we've done the jam every single time. So we need we can't go home without doing a bit of jamming. And you guys also seem to be enjoying that. So we'll keep on doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe let's just get started.
Let's dive in. I know there's some exciting stuff on the program from the development team. So,
yes, there is.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the development updates. We have Both we have something both for the T1 and the S4, and the first one being the T1. So we released the previous version a month ago or something. It's been a while.
Yeah, so there's been some bug fix updates since the 2.1 update, and the latest is the 2.13, and there was an issue with some of the new voicing styles that made that some of the if you made a pattern with some of these, they would a bank would not appear to be saved. It couldn't be loaded properly. So there's been some bug fixes, some bug fix updates coming out, and there's also going to come another bug fix update. And I know the development team are working on this, and we appreciate the all the bug reports we receive from you, and we'll also get into more about this later on. And I think that's it for the T1.
Yeah. So we are looking into some fixes, and hopefully we get them out soon. We have no ETA on the next bug fix update, but it is something we're looking at.
Yes.
Yeah. So next is the S4. So right now we're also working on the 2.2 update for the S4, which also will feature some bug fixing and improvements. But it will also feature a feature we teased a bit a while ago.
Yeah, so I know lots of people have been interested in some of the mosaic updates that were shown in a previous live stream.
Yeah.
And you also showed me some of these earlier, and I'm really excited for these as well. And,
so what we thought we could do is actually grab my unit that's on my desk and pretty beat up. We have tried to clean it up to make it nice for the camera, but we'll pull that out now.
Yeah.
So we'll do some switching around. So here it is. And this one has, let's just do like this. Very good. So just so everyone is up to speed, I think it was in live stream 3 or something. We, or 4 maybe, no, 3 maybe, I can't remember.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, we started to tease some of the new mode that we have currently now in the latest version for the wet parameters. So we showed mix and send for our wet parameters, but we also showed or talked about mosaic, some improvements for mosaic. And we have a build of that with those changes running on this S4 now. So we thought it could be cool to just have a look at that and see what it can do now.
Let's go ahead. There was some brilliant sounds coming out before, so hopefully we can get somewhere towards there again.
Somewhere towards that would be nice. Yeah. So just I have a headphones that are pretty unstable. 1 second. So as you see here, we have mosaic, and you'll notice that there's some changes. So on this parameter right here, we used to have the warp parameter. We've moved that control into spray. So what warp did before was it moved the read head in these kind of wave patterns. So we've put that into to spray. So if you press spray to open the parameter modes, you have random, which is how spray works currently. And then we can go down to warp, and we can select warp. We also have 2 new modes here. So we have a mono version of both the random behavior of spray and warp.
Nice.
So let's just...
let's have a listen.
Oh. That was very loud. So let's load up good old Fiverr here. And just to show you the modes, so this is the original spray, right? It moves the playhead randomly and pans it. We can now choose mono, which doesn't pan, but still moves the playhead randomly. And we have a warp.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was in stereo, and this is the original warp, right? So that's moved in here. What we have instead of the warp parameter is scan parameter.
Yeah, I see that's something new.
That's something new. So the scan parameter controls the read head in the granular engine. So it's loaded up default with stretch.
Okay.
So let's play the sample again. And when we turn up stretch, the read head will start to go slower and slower the more I turn it up. And we can even go so far where we actually stop the playhead. And now we're kind of locked, right?
Nice.
We can start to play with the rate, the size. So, and let's just stay here for a bit. If we move to page 2, before we had random rates and random size, which controls randomly per grain the rates and the size. We still have those, but we also have a random amplitude per grain.
Nice.
So if you start to turn that up, we'll hear that it kind of morphs around a bit. Becomes unstable. We also have a random reverse.
Interesting.
Per grain.
Yeah.
And if we go up to 100%, all of them will be random. So let's turn this back again. And now we're back, right? We can also, there's some different modes. Sorry, I'm adjusting the level down here. We have some different modes on scan. So we were in stretch, right? To do that effect. We can also go to position. And this mode allows us to manually control the position of our playhead.
Oh, nice.
So what we also can do is we can lock. And this locks the buffer so no more audio gets replaced. So now we have a locked buffer here.
Okay.
And we can start to move around in that. And that's pretty fun with modulation. So let's add a modulator to that. And maybe let's slow it down. So we can do some cool stuff like that.
Yeah, this is really nice.
We can set the rate to 3 maybe. So we have a bit more control. We can also modulate that. That's pretty fun. Maybe bipolar. We can also slow that down. Put like a dotted. Of course we can pitch it still. Nice. We can let's set it back to rates, maybe straight again here.
Yeah.
Because there's also let me tell you about random pitch also. I'm getting ahead of myself here.
There's a lot of new features
stuff,
to discover.
So random pitch, before we had detune.
Yeah.
And detune just detuned the grains, not in a scale. And now if you do that here on random pitch, I believe it does the same. So yeah. It moves the grains around randomly. But if we choose random, we actually use the scale set by pitch. So we can set that to octaves. And then it should move around in octaves, yeah. So that's nice for a bit more control of the...
That's really cool, yeah.
Yeah. We can also do that mono, right?
Yeah, this is really nice with the percussive elements.
Yeah.
But maybe we also can hear it with more melodic sample. Well, I'm quite interested in this as well.
So let's clear this. Let's load up just like a. Let's do something more fun. Let's open the here. Do this maybe. Let's just clear the. Let's just clear the mosaic. And then we can choose a scale. So maybe choose. Oh, maybe 50s. Okay. Let's also clear the mods. So let's do the random pitch again.
Yeah.
Set it to random mono maybe.
Nice.
So with all these new parameters, you get like, there's more variation, there's more options for experimenting.
Okay, yeah. A lot of to look forward to in the new Mosaic device.
Exactly.
So
there's also one more.
Okay.
So we have one here called feedback. And let me just open up. Let me just clear all of this again. Maybe I'll just open up a new track, and then just load up because this is really cool. If we open up this one, so so we went through stretch, slows it down.
Yeah.
We had the position. Here you can set the position yourself. You also have delay. So delay moves the read head in a timed division.
Okay.
So if we can hear that if we turn down wet, and then we turn this up, we maybe set it to 16th. We get a duplicate.
Yeah, cool.
And we have a feedback parameter now.
Interesting.
In Mosaic as well. So we can also actually make some grain delay type effects.
That sounds amazing.
In Mosaic. So you'll hear you'll start to hear the repeats as I turn up feedback. Which is nice. So we can inject delay very early in the chain.
Yeah.
Of course, if we start to modulate the pitch here, we get some interesting results because the grains will feed into themselves and start to go higher and higher if we pitch up, for example.
Yeah, it seems like you can get way more experimental with these new updates and get further away from like their source material really early in the chain, and then just continue.
Exactly. So you can hear it moves up, right? It can move down. So yeah, that was a bit on the new mosaic updates.
That's definitely. And is there a ETA on
late May?
Okay, late May.
Yeah. Late May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty soon.
That's pretty soon. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, I think that was a little experiment on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Jacob.
Yeah,
I gotta get my hands on this firmware to myself. Cool. Well, should we move on then to some questions?
I think we should move on to some community questions. Yes. So community questions.
All right.
So we've collected a few questions from Discord.
Yes.
And we will go through those now. So the first one, Patrick.
Yes. So the question is, does the team plan to respond more actively to bug reports and feature requests on Discord? This is from Yoyu 7400, and we the bug reports placed on Discord is not something we actively plan to go in and comment on. We would love to have the bug reports sent to our support mail at support@torsoelectronics.com, which we're trying to also put more focus on is like the main place to report bugs. And we're also thinking about about the bug reports place in Discord, because it's a good resource, but maybe it can be a bit confusing because it seems there's a bit confusion about if the reports are read, and I can imagine like if you report a bug, you also want to get feedback that it's been acknowledged and that
it's been fixed maybe, or
so we're definitely also working on, or that's when if you report it through the support, then it's we're working on a better flow there to get some feedback that it's been acknowledged or if it's been fixed. But that also means that the bug reports placed on Discord is not going to be our focus to get bug reports. So I hope that answers the question.
And we can say generally it's not we're not super active on Discord. I mean, we follow along in there. We have two moderators.
Yes, and who are doing a tremendous job. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So they take care of like the day-to-day stuff in there, and but we look in there curiously, looking at like feature requests and discussions in there. Of course, we take a look at it, but it's not something we actively participate in.
No,
and we want to make sure that if you have a problem, if you have a bug report, that it gets sent to the right place. So we have a system around it to actually catch the bugs, and we can get better conversation with you guys. So, and that happens at support@torsoelectronics.com.
Exactly.
Right?
But because it's also like a thread, like a bug report can also. There's lots of information that can sort of be hard to navigate in. I also know it's from a user perspective, it's maybe not like the most organized place. So this is also something I guess can be better, so it can be a more useful resource. And so we would like to see it more as like a user-to-user resource where like you can see, has this been reported, or maybe what is the fix, and sort of have a log of that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Should we move on to the next question?
Let's do that. So, is a fixed plan for disappearing nodes when using Harmony? And this is a T1 question.
Yes. So Harmony works in a way where it's destructive. Where if we just spoke about this, and so this is not going to be fixed. This is the way the algorithm works. Where if you turn it 3 times up and 3 times down, the nodes are going to be placed differently. Mm-hmm. But there's also some nodes that sometimes disappear, and this is
a bug.
Yeah. This is something we want to fix. But the way that the Harmony works is not planned to be changed in that way.
Yeah, so we can just explain how it works. So you pick a number of nodes.
Yeah.
And as you turn up Harmony, the top node will get shifted up. If you turn it up again, then the middle node will be turned up. And if you do it again, then the last node will be turned up if you have 3 nodes picked, right? If you do it the other way, then it would be the last node that will get pitched down, and so on. And that means that it's not really a parameter that you can turn up and then you can expect to turn down, and then it'll like go back to where it was. It is like a destructive workflow.
Yeah.
So that was Harmony.
And that was Modular Mind who asked that question.
Modular Mind asked that question.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have a question here. Why does USB between S4 and T1 provide power but not MIDI, while DIN works reliably? And the S4 does both provide power and MIDI to the S4, but we've talked about this, and what might have happened in this case is that there is sometimes some problems with hot plugging MIDI devices into the S4. So the reliable way to get the connection with MIDI would be to turn off the S4, plug in your MIDI device, such as the T1, and then turn on the S4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully it works, because we're planning on using it.
We're gonna use it today.
Yeah. And that was from Bradley.
That was from Bradley.
That question.
Yes.
Yeah. And then this is an interesting question about the slice device that's also been talked about and is on the roadmap still, as far as I know, right?
It's still on the roadmap. Yeah. So we're continuously working on these devices, and as we've showed today, like the first part of this new granular thing that we're exploring with the slicer device was to implement these features into Mosaic. So we have those. So those features live somewhere, which means that there's room for developing the slicer device, which is still coming. We don't have any ETA on it right now, but we are of course still working on it and super excited about it.
Okay. So it's not in the 2.2.
It won't be in the 2.2 update. No, that will be focused on the Mosaic improvements. Yeah,
but still planned.
Still planned. Yeah.
Cool. And that was from Shellfridge.
Yes.
Who asked that question?
Shellfridge. Yeah. Okay. So the next question here is, how can you set decimal BPM increments on the S4?
Yes, and you used to be able to do that by holding control and turning the encoder, but this is not a part of the firmware now in the current 2.14 update. But I think it's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe for the next update, it's possible to set decimal increments.
Yes, we'll keep you posted on that. Yeah. So, any improvements planned for parameter scaling? And this is about the S4, and it's about like finding how to find like sweet spots of the different parameters, how they feel when they're just turned up a little bit in the middle, and so on. And this is something that we're always interested to taking a look at and seeing how we can improve the feel of the devices. So we don't have any improvements planned, but you're free to let us know if there's something you think we need to take a look at. Yeah.
Cool. And that's from Sean,
Yes.
who asked that question.
Yes. And that was the last question.
That was it for the questions. We get a lot of nice feature requests as well. There's a lot of brilliant ideas, which I guess you also want to do, but right now it's about prioritizing, and the first thing is the 2.2 update, and I guess you guys will take it from there.
We'll take it from there, yeah.
Product development team.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, so the next part of the live stream here is we have about 30 minutes, and in those 30 minutes we plan to take a look at the T1.
Yes.
And we have a few things we want to show you there, but before we do that, we have to make a small adjustment here on the table.
Yes.
So
all right.
Let me switch to...
And also regarding the bugs with T1, there are also more questions about this. And as we quickly mentioned, it's being worked on, and we appreciate all the reports. So feel free to send more bug reports you experience in the latest 2.14. 2.13 T1 update, and so we can make sure to get as much as possible with for the next bug fix update. And
Yes. Cool. So are we ready to go here? I think we are. I just like this. Let's see if we do have sound. Cool. So right now for this live stream here, this S4 is running through the other S4 because we're gonna do a jam later on. Just if you're confused about the whole setup here. But yeah, let's start by showing off some CC tracks.
yes,
CC tracks tricks.
yes,
On the T1.
Let's maybe also open up the new documentation.
We should open up the
to
new
follow along.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be using the T1 together with the S4, and the plan is to use a CC track on the T1 to control some of the S4's parameters. And here the new documentation is a good resource.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are watching this, you can go to docs.torsoelectronics.com, and when you do that, you'll be greeted by this little thing here where you can choose either the S4 or the T1.
Yes.
So
right.
the S4 is the documentation for the S4, and it's pretty much the same as it was before. So for the S4, there was already a online documentation. But what's new is we've added the T1.
Nice.
So in here we can check out, we can go to like information around tracks, how does track works, how does setting parameters work, banks and patterns. We can go to like, what about the node repeater section? So there's a few parameters that make a node repeater on the T1, but there's also like reference things here, so we can open up. I think there we go. We were offline for a second, but so there's also like more like reference things here. So for example, all parameters have their own individual page. So we can click on steps and open up documentation for steps. What the steps do, tips on steps.
Cool.
And so on and so on. So that's really nice to have here next to the S4 documentation.
Yes.
Finally. Yeah.
And guess this will be helpful going forward from here because, let's have a look at the T1 here. So we have a note track, and then we can change it from here into Cyan to the CC track and FX track.
So maybe should we open up a new, because I think we're in like a something else
new project. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and let us just get a loop going on the S4, and there we go. Okay, so let us send some CC messages to the S4 and control some of the parameters in the form. So I'm going to change it to a CC track. And the parameters, or the encoders on the T1 are corresponding to the right channels, so we can go ahead and change them. But I'm gonna need the new documentation to remember how to send a message to. I want to send a message to control the drive and let us say noise. So let us have steps here.
So
map to the drive maybe.
Yeah.
And the way.
Oh, it is
already did. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's because we didn't clear the.
Yeah, we didn't clear it.
Let's start over. Yeah.
Okay. So now. Just gonna go into entirely new. And then okay. Wait. Okay, so we got this one mapped already, and this one is also okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe also
let's start another place.
Crush.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. So we can see here how when turning here it's controlling drive and noise, and let's have it control crush as well. So the way we can change the mapping is by going into the encoder we want to change the mapping of. So now we're in the pulses here, and then we can change the number of the CC.
Yeah. So, like, does all encoders have their own? Can they like output their own CC values?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on a track, you choose a track, and then these encoders become like a CC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this in the new update, it's going to be saved in the pattern, whereas before it was you had to save as a CC preset.
Right.
But let's go ahead and use the documentation to figure out
the CC number for the specific
for the crash, for example.
Yeah. So what you double tap this, tap the encoder.
So get into, if I double tap cycles, I get into the view of the I think it's the default mapping, I think it's like 78, but yeah, and I can see here, and I can change it by then pressing control, change the number of the corresponding encoder here.
Yeah. So let's jump over to the manual. Then we have to go into the S4. If you scroll right down, we'll find the CC mapping. And then we can find, what was it, the form?
Let's take, the form, and then let's have crush.
Yeah, so crush is on 96.
96. Okay. So to change this, we're in the view now, and press Control, and here we can choose between 0 and 1.
Yeah. So these 3 represent 3 digits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so here it's good to go, as we need 96. So here we want to change the digit to 9, and now it's on 7. So press here, it's assigned to 9, and then if we go in here, and then press here, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we should be...
I think it was 96 actually.
96, okay. Yeah. There we go. And, and now we can see that we have assigned it to Crush on the S4.
Yeah.
And this is I find it quite useful to pair it this way to get the visual feedback. And then from here, we can make some step edits, maybe. So this is quite fun. So, and maybe now we have assigned noise.
Yeah, we did this before. So drive and noise we mapped before.
So with the new documentation, and this was also in the previous user guide where you could see the CC mappings, but I guess there's also I haven't seen if there's also for the T1 the mappings, the default mappings, and I guess also a guide on how to change this.
Exactly. Yeah, there is. So
also go ahead and delete these step edits and maybe use the random modulator. So if we press here, it's gonna be fully random. And maybe let's apply this to the noise. So again, it's a nice visual representation of what's going on. One thing we also spoke about that was new in the 2.1 update was the ability to lock a random sequence that you like. So the way we do this would be to press down random and then double tap. So now it should be locked.
Yeah. So and that's represented by blue, right? So
yes.
So now it's not locked. It's red. That's the default view. I guess that corresponds with the red here on random. And if you double tap on the parameter, you lock the sequence and it becomes blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then from here, let's maybe add some more. And we also had Crush. And so there's also some tips in the new documentation about how to use random, and that's a bit I really liked in the documentation. Some like useful start points to what random actually does and how it can be nice, good musical tool.
Yeah, exactly. So nice. So could we maybe use one of the CCs to control the start of the sample? So if you like make a small loop in here, like this, and then can we use the CCs to kind of log in some steps?
Let's use the documentation to figure out if this can be assigned with by sending a CC message.
So we open up the documentation again, S4. CC mapping node reference disk. Yes.
And let us see start, and it's 48.
Start is on 48.
So let's maybe take time. Let's take some time to assign this. And this one is on 8 already.
Yeah.
This digit, and
this one is on 4 already. It's like we did this before.
So let's see if it works.
It does work. Oh, I forgot to. There we go. Sorry.
And I'm just gonna adjust the, there we go. Okay, should we apply some random modulation in this one?
Yeah, let's try.
I'm just gonna. Yes, this is also a fun use case for the CCs. So yeah, we could also make particular edits here. So let's maybe dial down the randomness on this one, and then this way get some more control. Yeah, and this was just using a CC track on the T1, and then one could use maybe an effects track for some melodic stuff.
Yeah, maybe we should add like a nice arpeggio thing here. So another thing we want to show is the hold mode.
Yes, which also is a new feature.
Yes,
and so
now you do this again, and this means that it's what in
the effects mode.
Effects mode.
Yes.
So yeah.
And from here we can play notes in with a MIDI keyboard, or we can also play notes by pressing on pitch, playing some notes in this way. So let us maybe go to track 2 on the S4 and take the poly device and take the perfect sign one shot here and just add a bit of reverb.
Nice.
There we go. And so now we should we're hearing some notes, and we can change the octave here, and also just have some of the notes from a scale represented we can play.
Nice.
And so with the hold mode we can play some notes in and then press clear, and they will be held. So if we want all of the T1's algorithm to be applied, we have to also apply a pulse. There we have it, and then like that. And then we can go back to the pitch here, and then we can place in some new notes. Yeah, let's focus on the. Thank you. Okay, from here, then we can also start having fun with some repeats, and maybe it's gonna turn the division down. I'm just gonna turn down this track here to focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's a nice use case for the hold mode. I think is using getting some arpeggiated. And an arpeggiated sequence up and running, and let's see here. Use random to get some random pulses. Random repeats. And then from here, it's fun to
so you're selecting the notes that you use in the arpeggios using hold mode, so you don't have to like keep holding the notes.
And then if I find a nice chord I like, then I can go back and make some changes from here. And also maybe make some specific edits here.
So explain what you do now.
I'm making some step edits. So I'm gonna make something a bit more interesting rhythmically, and then from here I can experiment a bit with the pitches.
Can I add a bit of delay to this?
Okay, that's
Oh,
but only a bit.
only a bit. Cool.
Then we can also try some scales, see where it goes. So this is a fun way to just sort of play the T1 and try some different chords in a quick way. And then let's say we change it to one of the new voicing styles maybe, and make some changes in the cycles.
I'm just adding a bit of
ambience
to this.
So now I just duplicated this track and gonna clear the pulses here. So yeah, you can combine the effects tracks and figure out a place to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
So could you make a new track maybe, and use the track 3 here and the next track on the T1 to make like use like a square wave or something to make a bass or something for
let's do that.
for the melody you did here.
So let's take this effects track where there are no pulses right now, but it's in the same scale, and I'm gonna change the channel to channel 3, and just gonna copy this track 2 on the S4 and paste it on track 3, and just go ahead and take a square instead.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can play a square on top.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make track 2 like more of a drony thing. Give some even more, and play this on top here.
Maybe we can filter it a bit. Oh, that was the wrong one, I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna give it some pulses.
Nice. So, Patrick, we have about 5 minutes left.
That went quick.
That went quick.
Wow.
So I think we should maybe start here and let's
get a quick jam up and going then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just move this to the side a bit. So I can just quickly say that on this machine, on this S4, we have some waves coming in here on track 1. And track 4 is the dry signal from Patrick. So what I'm gonna do here on track 2 is also gonna open up to get the input, but I think I'll use the granular to pitch it around a bit. And I'll turn it up and see what happens. think time is running out, Patrick.
Yes. We could do this the whole night, but it's good you're keeping track of the time because I'm not.
Someone has to. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for taking your time to check out the live stream, and thanks for the questions, and see you next time.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye
you.
guys. Bye.